Hi everyone, my name is Bobcat. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my one-man band. I started playing music in 1995, huge Beatles fan, didn't really fit in with the times of the 90s, played in a bunch of local bands on Long Island in the late 90s, early 2000s, found a little genre of music called psychobilly in 2002 with my buddies in the Devil Spades. That lasted about 3 years, a couple of lineup changes here and there, and in 2005, started working with Matt, who we still have a band together called The Arkhams. Go check us out. We have 2 full-length albums, a bunch of singles, and other kind of releases. We did a lot in that band. We toured the country a bunch of times. We toured Europe a few times, on a bunch of big festivals. That ended in 2013, the main run of the band. We still go. We still tour. I mean, we don't really tour, but we play shows. We just played a show last month in Tompkins Square Park. And in 2012, I started a taxi service. Still going. Long Island Taxi and Airport Service. You can book a ride to the airport. You can book a ride to the train. You can book a ride anywhere on Long Island, Nassau County, Suffolk County. And since the pandemic, I decided to start a one-man band. A little bit before, a year before, Matt and Lara, who were in Lara the Artones, put me on a show that they did at my father's place. This is March of 2019. Got to perform in front of a bunch of friends that night. It was me, them, the Buzzards. The Arkhams did 2 or 3 songs. And then the pandemic kind of stopped. Earlier this year, 2022, I meet my friend Steve, who owns the A Room in Hicksville. And we crank it the fuck out. We record an average of 1 song a week every week. Some of these songs I wrote back in the 90s. Some of these songs I wrote back in the 2000s. Some of these songs I wrote back in the 2010s, 2010, 2020. And a few of them I wrote after the pandemic started. And this year I'm gigging again. 2022, I'm playing a few shows, mainly on Long Island, but I'm trying to get out. I did Milltown this summer. The Arkhams did Viva East, also in Massachusetts. Highly recommend those festivals. And in 2023, I'm booked for Viva Las Vegas, the big one in Vegas. And I plan to tour out there. I plan to do, right now it looks like a 45-date tour, going from New York, down the eastern seaboard, down through the south of Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and up to Nevada, and then I plan to zigzag back through the Midwest. And end tour on my birthday, May 22nd, 2023, when I turn 41 years old. If that goes good, I'm looking at doing something June and July. As well as put out another album and hopefully get the albums printed physically. Right now, they're available on Spotify and iTunes and all that jazz. You know how to find me if you really care. I want to revolutionize the notion of one-man bands. Some of my big inspirations of one-man band, modern day, you're talking about Bloodshot Bill, who I got to see Thursday night, and Al Fowl, who died the day after I turned 40. I don't know if that was an omen or something, but his passing left a big hole in my heart, because I wanted to talk to him about the one-man band process. He was a guiding light for one-man bands. He was a real trailblazer. Brilliant guy, fun to be around too. The Arkhams did a few tours with him. But I just want to tell you that that's what I'm doing. This is going to be a full-time thing next year and the end of this year. And hopefully, if you like what you see here, check out a few of my YouTube videos, check out a few of my Facebook posts, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it, I'm on all the social media. Check out what I do. I do some originals, I do some cover versions, I do a lot of chord melody. I'll pull apart a song, I'll pull apart a Beatles song. It's my favorite band, so I can pull apart almost any of their songs. And I write my originals. My originals are in the vein of rockabilly, psychobilly, garage rock, power pop, which is a genre that I care deeply about. You probably don't even know what the hell power pop is, but learn that for yourself, because I think you'll you'll be delighted to know that a lot of what you like is power pop. Or a lot of what you don't like is power pop. But at least now you know what power pop is. And I want to bring power pop as a household name, because no one else has done it since the late 70s when the Knack put out My Sharona. That was the last time a power pop band was that big. And, you know, we had Weezer, who does some power pop. Nirvana's About a Girl does power pop. Fastball, The Way, the best song I heard in the 90s on the radio was The Way by Fastball. More recently, bands like Fountains of Wayne, you know, they had the hit with Stacy's Mom, but their material is much better than that as you do deep dives into their albums. Same thing, Panic at the Disco had a side project called The Young Vades, that their album is a perfect power pop album. But that's a glimpse into me, what this project is, why I'm doing it, and I want you to come with me on the journey.